Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and what I got for you today is a special review of my X500 from XK. Now, in my previous flight, I had put on a simple camera. I just strapped it on there, and then I attached it to an FPV transmitter. But this quadcopter is really meant to carry a gimbal. Unfortunately, the base model, which I have here, did not come with a gimbal. You have to mount it yourself. You can purchase a gimbal separately, and there is an advanced version with a gimbal already attached. But this one here, the one that I got, you got to put your own gimbal on, folks. Now look at the way that this is designed. It has a battery in the back here, and the reason this battery is in the back is to counterbalance a gimbal that you can place way up front. Why do you want to place it so far up front? Well, you don't want to see these propellers spinning. It's the idea. I'm also worried, I'll talk about this later here, about seeing the gimbal mount itself. Now, how did I mount this? If you look at this, this is a rail mount, Tarot gimbal style rail mount. You could buy these carbon rods for, I believe, a couple bucks, $2, and there's these Tarot mounting brackets that are also only a few bucks, $3, I believe. The total cost of these rods and these spacer mounts came out to about $6, okay? But you are going to have to come up with a way to mount them to your particular quadcopter. The mounting brackets that come with this quadcopter for these rod style mounts are just too small for these, I believe they're 10 millimeter diameter mounting rods. What I did, and it's very simple to do, and all I did was use dollar store zip ties and ran them through the mounting hole, or the mounting bracket screw holes, and zip tied these mounting rods to the quadcopter. Additionally, I zip tied, with dollar store zip ties, the gimbal to the mounting rods. I included the Tarot. Now, you know, I don't have the gimbal attached to the Tarot gimbal mount points, mainly because I'd have to do some modifications to this cheap $45 gimbal mount here to do such. But I did still put them on here to provide some sturdiness to these rods here, so that they wouldn't jiggle. You know, just additional support to the rods. You can slide these in and out if you wish, but what I did was I just pinched them in between there and then zip tied that gimbal mount in there. I also cut off the ends of these carbon rods. They come very long, and you put them on, and then you just chop off what you don't need, and with a hacksaw, and that's what I did. And then they come with these little end caps that go in here. Okay, with that in mind, how did I apply power to this? Well, the quadcopter does have a power point, and it comes with a wire that you could power both the gimbal and a FPV transmitter if you wish. Another thing is it comes with a cable to run the signal to this particular gimbal, or to your gimbal. Unfortunately, my quadcopter does not have a direct hookup or on the bottom here that you can simply hook it into. So what I did was I used my universal cable, and I'll show you where inside you have to hook up your signal wires, and you have to hook up both the signal and the positive and the negative to it. But it's M7F1, and if you can see it, it's right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, folks. This is getting very heavy for me to hold here. So, but it's this one right here, M7F1. And there's where I put my signal wires. So that's where the signal for the gimbal's up and down port or wires go to. Okay, so that's about it. Now, what I got attached to this quadcopter today is, I gotta lower my cap here to make sure you folks see this, is my SJ5000X with Wi-Fi. Why do I want to use that today? Well, I want to use, since I got a gimbal on here, I want to demonstrate the circle me and follow me, not follow me, but circle point mode, or they call it FAP. And I want to use it to aim the camera. Now, using these Wi-Fi cameras, there's no way that you can fly FPV with them because there's so much lag with these Wi-Fi cameras. They're intended to control the camera. The Wi-Fi is intended to control all the features of this camera, and it does that. In fact, all the menu features appear to come up in the app that goes with this SJ5000+. Plus also to aim the camera, just to help you aiming the direction it's pointed. So I'm going to use that with this. I'm going to be flying in 1080p 30 frames per second. This camera is also capable of 60 frames per second. I'm going to do that and save that for another video with another quadcopter, namely the H501S. I want to do that. Do some high-speed follow me with the H501S using this SJ5000+, which is a very capable camera, folks, by the way. Seems to be similar, if not exactly same capabilities as the GoPro, a much more expensive GoPro. So, well, let's go for a flight of the X500 with a gimbal and with a SJ5000+. Hope you enjoy this flight. It's been a while since I've flown the X500, so it's going to need probably need a compass calibration, and we're going to do that right now. First thing we do is hold the throttle down and then apply heading lock switch several times until we see it solid green. It is solid green, and we're going to hold up the quadcopter horizontally and do 3 rotations. I don't know if clockwise or counterclockwise matters. I'm going to do clockwise. And then we're going to stop. Then we're going to place the quadcopter down, flat again. And with the throttle still down, we're going to move the heading lock switch up and down several times again until the light goes out. Now, we're going to point the quadcopter down. Notice we got a red light now. And we're going to do several more rotations again. Notice that I have the gimbal turned off, so I'm not screwing up the gimbal while we're doing this. So I just unplugged the power plug to the gimbal while I do this. Okay, and we flip the heading lock switch again several times. Green light comes back on, and we're good to go again. We got green flashing light. Now I'm going to plug that gimbal back in. The throttle switch was stuck down. I don't know what that was. It must have had some dust in there, or dirt in the throttle switch. Okay, hopefully I don't have any toilet bowl effect like I did before. Seems to be good. Okay, and we are recording, aren't we? Let me look at the back of that camera. I believe we're recording. Let me check my app. We got a nice view. Okay, we'll send it out. I'll send it up to about there. And I'm going to hit the FAP mode. And then I'm going to pull back on the stick right about there and let it go into FAP. Going up above my car. I don't want it to hit my car. But that's it doing its FAP. The last time I tried this, it was doing weird toilet bowl effects, and it's still kind of doing a weird toilet bowl effect. Let me pull it out a little bit further back. Going up a little higher with the FAP too. Well, this is the first time I've tried FAP. Let me see if I can change the direction it's pointed. No, it wants to point forward from the direction it's going for some reason. Let me show that again. I'm turning it to the left, and then I let go of the stick, and then it goes back again. So let's come out of FAP right now. Let's go up a little higher. Right about there. Actually, even farther higher. And we're going to demonstrate the panorama mode of this thing. Pressing the FAP button without pulling back on the stick. And it does a slow pan. Very slow pan. I'm going to look at my app here, seeing what we're seeing here. Turning on my app. I heard a beep. I don't know if it's told it to stop recording or what. I'm going to hit record button again. Okay. I think that's enough. I'm going to bring it down, and what I'm going to do to make sure that I am recording is this time we're going to fly without the app. The app doesn't seem to work very well, folks. Coming out of FAP and lowering the quadcopter, we're going to land it. And then I'm going to manually hit the record button on that camera, because I really want to see how this gimbal works out. Okay, got some wind here. Can it land in the wind on an uneven surface? Yeah, it can. Okay, this time I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi. Oh, it seemed to have been recording. Let me turn that Wi-Fi off. Let me double check that that's recording in the back. Yeah, it's recording. We'll go back up again this time. And getting further away, because I want to check out the gimbal. That was the main reason I wanted to fly this. How's it fly with a gimbal? We'll send it down around the Joshua trees. These are Joshua trees, by the way, folks. They grow in the desert out here in the Mojave. At elevations about 4,000 feet. So you know we're at about 4,000 feet right now. There's a whole big batch of them down a little lower here. How's my light? Nice and green. We'll go out a little further then. Looking at more of Joshua trees. Let me check that I am recording, folks. I don't want to lose this video. Because this will be pretty cool, flying around Joshua's. And again, this is Indian Wells Canyon, folks. I kind of like this canyon. It's a favorite spot of mine for recreation and hiking. Let's bring it back toward me. Flying over the Joshuas. Let's give it a little more elevation. I don't want to hit a Joshua. That gimbal seems to be working well. Still got a green light. And the quadcopter's flying nice and smooth right now because of that calibration. You know, I recommend maybe you need to do a calibration to every flight of this thing. Might be a good idea. Because it really had a toilet bowl effect at the beginning there, folks, when I took off. Yeah, toilet bowl effect's not good. But it's flying nicely now. And that gimbal seems to be working. And that was my concern for today, my project for today. The main reason for this flight today is demonstrate that gimbal working. Flying through the Joshuas. Good quadcopter, the X500. I'm going to climb a little bit more. Let's take it up high now. And park it right about there. And just do, I'm going to do a manual rotate because that FAP rotate is way too slow for my taste. Showing the area. And going forward again. And dropping in the elevation. Coming back down. And we're going to bring it in for the day because you folks are going to get bored. You know, I tried to get the, well, the app kind of worked, but it crashed on me a few times, so I don't know. SJ is going to need to update that app. The camera, I hope, is coming out nicely, performing nicely, giving us a nice video. Still see that nice green blinking light way out there. So that light's working well. We'll bring it in now, though, as promised. Coming down a little lower. I just want to skim the tops of the Joshuas. It's doing a good job skimming the tops of the Joshuas. And we'll land it. And here you come. Welcome back. Worked great. Okay, I'm going to turn the butt toward me to land it. Let it stable out a second. And I'm going to hit automatic landing. And off we go. We're landed. Okay. And I still got green blinking light. And I am going to turn off my camera recording. Okay, it's off. So, that's the SJ5000 on a cheap $45 gimbal on my X500. SJ5000X Plus. I'm sorry. Hope you enjoyed this flight. It's Quadcopter 101 signing off from Indian Wells Canyon. Bye-bye.